Wesley Snipes was once a shining star in Hollywood, admired for his action-packed performances and magnetic presence on screen. During his heyday, he had an undeniable combination of athleticism and charisma, which captivated audiences and secured his place as a leading man in Hollywood. However, in recent years, Snipes has largely retreated from the spotlight, leaving fans to wonder what happened to the actor who once dominated the box office. After years of speculation, Snipes has finally stepped forward to address his personal struggles and professional challenges. But before delving into the details, it's essential to explore the early stages of Wesley Snipes' life, tracing the roots of his rise to fame and the obstacles he faced along the way. Early life in the journey to Hollywood, Wesley Trent Snipes was born on July 31st, 1962, in Orlando, Florida. However, his early life took an unexpected turn when his parents, Marion and Wesley Rudolph Snipes, divorced shortly after his birth. As a result, young Wesley found himself growing up in the vibrant yet tough streets of the South Bronx in New York City. It was there, amidst the hustle and challenges of the urban environment, that Snipes first discovered his passion for the performing arts. By the age of 12, Snipes had already made his debut in an off-Broadway production called The Me Nobody Knows, marking the beginning of his artistic journey. But life in the Bronx was no easy feat. To navigate the rough streets, Snipes turned to martial arts, beginning his training at the age of 7. This discipline became a cornerstone of his life, leading him to remarkable achievements in various forms of martial arts. He earned a 5th-degree black belt in Shotokan karate, a 2nd-degree black belt in Hapkido, and achieved high ranks in other forms, including kung fu and weaponry. Between 1975 and 1977, Snipes attended the prestigious High School of Performing Arts in New York City, where he immersed himself in acting, dance, and music. It was here that he began to refine his craft, laying the foundation for his future career in entertainment. However, life took another unexpected turn when his mother relocated the family back to Orlando, Florida. The transition from the bustling streets of New York to the slower pace of Orlando was a challenge for Snipes, but he soon found his footing. At Jones High School, he threw himself into the drama department, further nurturing his passion for performance. Even as a teenager, Wesley Snipes was far from ordinary. To earn spending money, he joined a city-sponsored drama troupe called Struttin' Street Stuff, where he entertained crowds with puppet shows in parks and schools. His love for performing didn't stop there. Snipes wowed audiences with his one-man show, playing Puck in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, earning an award for his talent and leaving a lasting impression on those who saw him perform. After graduating from Jones High School, Snipes pursued a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at the State University of New York at Purchase. During his time there, he participated in numerous theater productions, honing his skills and solidifying his commitment to the art of performance, breaking into Hollywood. Despite his dedication to the craft, Snipes' start in Hollywood wasn't easy. Upon his arrival in the industry, critics were not always kind, but Snipes possessed something special. His natural athleticism, paired with his undeniable on-screen presence, made it difficult for Hollywood to ignore him. These qualities would eventually become his lifeline in the ultra-competitive world of entertainment. In 1985, Snipes made his Broadway debut in The Boys of Winter, marking a significant milestone in his career. His performance turned head and opened doors to opportunities in TV commercials and regional theater. But the true turning point came when he caught the eye of a casting agent during a talent competition. This exposure led to his film debut the following year, where he played a rebellious football player alongside Goldie Hawn in the film Wildcats. This was just the beginning for Snipes, as it was also the first of 3 on-screen pairings with then up-and-coming actor Woody Harrelson. That same year, Snipes starred in Streets of Gold, playing an aspiring boxer. These early roles acted as stepping stones to bigger projects, including his unforgettable appearance in Michael Jackson's iconic Bad music video. In the extended version of the video, directed by Martin Scorsese, Snipes portrayed a gang leader, a role that showcased his intensity and talent. The scene in which Michael Jackson's character dances Snipes into submission left a lasting impression on audiences and industry insiders alike. However, soon after his breakout role in the Bad video, Snipes faced a brief lull in his career. During this downtime, he explored various ways to make a living, working as a therapeutic masseuse, and even parking cars. But this quiet period wouldn't last long. A phone call from Spike Lee, a secret admirer of Snipes' talent, would soon change everything. The Spike Lee connection and Hollywood stardom. Spike Lee offered Snipes a small role in his upcoming film, Do the Right Thing. While grateful for the opportunity, Snipes decided to hold out for something bigger. His patience paid off when he landed his first major mainstream role as Willie Mays Hayes, the speedy base-stealing outfielder, in the 1989 comedy Major League. The film gave Snipes' career a much-needed boost and became one of his best-reviewed projects. His collaboration with Spike Lee finally materialized in the 1991 film Jungle Fever, in which he portrayed a man caught in a complicated interracial relationship. The role earned him critical acclaim and cemented his status as a rising star in Hollywood. Snipes' star continued to rise with New Jack City, 1991, in which he played the ruthless drug lord Nino Brown, a role that was written specifically for him. The film was a box office hit and helped breathe new life into the urban crime genre. The 1990s marked a golden era for Wesley Snipes, culminating in the release of Blade in 1998. Based on the Marvel Comics character, Blade was a groundbreaking blend of horror and action that grossed over $150 million worldwide. Snipes' portrayal of the half-vampire, half-human hero became a commercial success and further solidified his status as a Hollywood icon. Beyond Blade, Snipes demonstrated his range as an actor with a stunning performance in One Night Stand, 1997, which earned him the prestigious Best Actor Volpe Cup at the Venice Film Festival. His versatility was on full display as he moved seamlessly between genres, from the touching drama The Water Dance, 1992, to the outrageous comedy To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, 1995. During this time, Snipes' name became synonymous with success, leading to his star being added to the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1998. Legal troubles and the fall from grace. The turn of the millennium brought both challenges and comebacks for Snipes. After the success of the Blade trilogy, which concluded with Blade to Trinity, in 2004, his career faced a major disruption due to legal and financial issues. In 2006, Snipes was convicted of tax evasion, resulting in a 3-year prison sentence that derailed his career. After his release in 2013, he made a determined return to Hollywood, starring in The Expendables 3, 2014, where he reunited with Sylvester Stallone and joined an all-star cast. In the years that followed, Snipes explored different roles, including a memorable performance in the biographical comedy Dolomite Is My Name, 2019, alongside Eddie Murphy. He later appeared in Coming to America and the Netflix series True Story, 2021, with Kevin Hart. However, despite these attempts to regain his former glory, Snipes remained largely out of the spotlight, leaving fans to wonder what had caused his extended absence. Personal struggles and controversy. Wesley Snipes' struggles with identity and cultural assimilation were not limited to his childhood in the Bronx. These challenges persisted into his college years and beyond. As one of only 4 African-American students in the theater arts department at the State University of New York at Purchase, Snipes described the experience as feeling like mold on white bread. It was during this time that he discovered the writings of Malcolm X, which emphasized African-American pride and gave him a renewed sense of self-worth. In his early career, Snipes faced challenges in Hollywood due to his dark skin tone. Despite his undeniable talent, Studio executives were reluctant to cast him as a leading man, believing his complexion would limit his appeal. Nevertheless, Snipes persevered, taking on roles that others may have avoided, such as the character of Nino Brown in New Jack City. This bold decision paid off, solidifying his reputation as a serious actor and proving his critics wrong. However, success came with its own set of challenges. In 1991, at the height of his fame, Snipes experienced a humiliating encounter with the Los Angeles Police Department. While filming the water dance, he borrowed a car that was mistakenly reported stolen. As a result, Snipes was pulled over, handcuffed, and held at gunpoint by officers, despite his repeated questions about what he had done wrong. The incident deeply affected Snipes, and he later called it the most humiliating experience of his life. Relationships and controversy over comments about Black women. Throughout his career, Wesley Snipes faced criticism for his comments on relationships and race. In a 1991 interview with Essence magazine, Snipes expressed his desire to marry a Black woman, emphasizing the need for someone who could understand his struggles and walk the same path as him. However, this statement took on a different tone after Snipes married his first wife, Korean-born Nakyung Nikki Park, in 2003. Critics, especially some within the African-American community, viewed his decision as hypocritical, given his earlier remarks. Snipes remained largely silent on the controversy, refusing to address it directly. Snipes and Nikki Park have 4 children together and currently reside in a New Jersey home with their family. Wesley Snipes may be a household name thanks to his film credits, but there's no denying that for more than a decade, he's been more closely associated with his financial woes. From the tax fraud trial that landed him in prison to unresolved credit card bills and continued issues with the IRS, Snipes has had one battle after the next. News of Snipes' predicament first broke back in October 2006. At the time, the Department of Justice had accused him of conspiracy to commit tax fraud. The department's statement also accused the Blade actor of intentionally not filing returns from 1999 to 2004, and that he stood to face prison time. Things did not look good for the actor, and that was just the beginning. That December, Snipes was arrested. He'd been able to pay a $1 million bond and permitted to return to Namibia to complete filming Gala Walker, but warned that early the following year, he'd need to hand his passport over to authorities. Being put behind bars didn't stop Wesley Snipes' continued financial troubles. In 2011, while serving prison time at the McKean Federal Correction Institution, American Express filed a lawsuit against the actor, claiming he owed close to $30,000. The lawsuit called for the amount to be settled in full, as well as for any court and legal fees incurred during the process to be paid for by the actor. There can be no doubt that the entire situation was an awkward one for Snipes. After all, many years prior, a scene in Major League saw the actor's character and his co-stars advertise the credit card company. Snipes' character had even delivered the ad's payoff line, sliding into a split and quipping, "The American Express card, don't steal home without it," via YouTube. Awkwardness aside, other than the initial reports that American Express was suing Snipes, nothing else regarding the situation has ever been made public. There's a possibility then that means the matter was settled quickly and in private. Even if the American Express situation was handled, though, Snipes' financial troubles were far from over. Several years after the Amex lawsuit, and after Snipes had finished serving his time, he was dealt yet another blow. He still needed to pay those taxes. Even after his imprisonment, Wesley Snipes was still required to settle his IRS bills. In response, the actor attempted to file an offer in compromise on the grounds that the staggering amount he owed, which by 2015 was over $23 million, was unreachable. Snipes offered to pay up less than $850,000. However, that didn't pan out too well for the actor. Once again, a years-long legal process ensued. After Snipes' offer was turned down, he filed a petition of his own. The actor felt that the IRS was coming up with unsubstantiated numbers and that it was taking advantage of its ability to grant OICs at its discretion. Unfortunately for the actor, though, the tax court saw things differently. In fact, Judge Kathleen Kerrigan pointed out that Snipes and his team hadn't given nearly enough evidence to suggest he was unable to make the payments. After Judge Kerrigan's ruling, it was possible the IRS would go after his property if he didn't pay up. At the time of writing, it's not clear if that happened. Here's hoping that means Snipes has made the payments or is in the process of doing so. We'd love to see him leave his financial woes behind him for good.